Hey everybody. Oh, there it is. Hey everyone. Welcome to Canje Paint Stuff, and Bryan teaches Canje how to paint stuff, and Derek tries very hard not to suck at it. So we are back for another paint session. I'm continuing to paint Primal, and I'm enjoying it. So hey Bryan, what's going on?
Oh, it's good from over here. Canje Day. I love Torture Canje Day.
So we're gonna be painting our wonderful crustacean creature from Primal. So Ozew came out really well, and after the paint dried on the fox one with the crystals look good. I just wish the fox. I probably might go back over and dry brush the fox a little bit more brown, like a lighter, bring out a little bit more color because I feel like it's too dark. But the crystals look good. Like once they dried, they look good.
You still might want to do a bit of edge highlighting just to make in either a silver or white, just to make the very edges look more crystalline.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we'll do that. There's other crystal creatures in this game for some reason that I'll have to paint, and then there's that one creature that we have to OSL, which I'm super nervous about. So we'll see how that shakes out. But thank you so much, patrons, subscribers, and if you're not just coming in to hang out and watch us paint. If you have a mini and you're going to paint with us, join in. Bryan is the expert. Ask him any of the questions that you want. And he is a great teacher. He's very patient, and he will be able to answer them. So no questions silly. So go
I'm
for it.
not
Ask,
an
and it'll be
expert. I have too many mistakes left to make.
good. That's what the experts say. That's what all the experts say.
An expert is someone who's made almost every mistake possible in a very narrow field. I still have a lot of mistakes to make. I'm not an expert.
So let's get down to the table. Let's paint some minis. Like I said, if you have minis that you're painting with us, join us. Join us as well. Break out your minis in the paints. Ask any questions you like, or if you don't and you just want to hang out, that's also there too. So just hanging out and chill. Let's get down to the table. Okay. All right, you can switch to your table view. I think there it is. All right. So I'm painting Korowan. Korowan is the next monster that I'll be painting. This is what this wonderful creature looks like that we will be dealing with. So there's going to be a lot of dry brushing in this one. There's a lot of purples and what I've been told is blues around these areas. So I'll be dry brushing a lot of that. Bryan gave me the really great idea to dry brush the purple as well. So I just quickly grabbed those paints. But the shell itself, if you can see, is kind of like this sense of green, right? That's in there. So I'll be going for that. And then the body is kind of a fleshy brownish tone and the evil eyes that it has that it wants to kill us. So there's a lot of
So
dry. The what?
your dry your dry brushing isn't going to need to be your usual dry brushing. It's not going to be slap it all
Yeah,
over.
yeah, it has to be targeted.
Gold dry brushing.
Yeah, which is why I have my dry brush kit over here, and I have the smaller brushes for the targeted dry brush, so I don't slam over everything. So this is what we're gonna be painting. Of course, I did apply the slop chop method onto it. But I actually had to apply the white more than once because it was just kind of soaking in a lot. And I know that some of the paints that I'll use, especially for the bodies, you can see here, were it was too dark. So I added after I did my ash gray, I then did white, and then I did some more white on there just to really bring it out. It still has the recesses and the shadows from it. It's just it feels a lot more what I would be wanting to start with as I go. So yeah. So what do you got? Let's go over to your table and see what you're painting.
I'm back with this guy.
More of the jack-o'-lantern, huh?
Need to finish him.
That pumpkin looks incredible. Like, did you ink any of that yet, or no? This is all speed paint.
None of this is speed paint. This is all hand paint.
Oh, that looks great. And you got some OSL to do with that lantern too, which ought to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I've already done the lighting inside the panel, so that's a couple of colors in there.
Okay.
Uh, and then it'll be build out that and then work off and decide how much OSL I want to do going on to the rest of the body. But at that point, I'll probably put him on the horse.
Yeah.
Because it's not just him, it's the horse I've got to take into account of that,
Yeah.
apart from the fact that the horse is complicated because the horse has all its own light sources.
Yay, yay. Can you go back to zoom on him that the what do you call this? The frills that you have that are red. You've got some of it where it's like not red, it's more pinkish. Did you add that or was that like did you highlight that?
So it started off with the deep red, then I deepened the red in the background just to pull out the details. Then I went through with a lighter pink and gradually lighter shades till I got that very bit at the front, just to show light heat in front of it.
That looks awesome. Okay.
Deeper.
Nice. All right. Let's do the thing. Let's paint some minis. So, we're going to start with the body because that's going to take probably the bulk of the paint until we get to the shell. So I'm going to do that with a mix of Crusader skin and bony matter. So just a drop of this, well, a couple drops of this per one drop of bony matter should get me what I'm looking for. So, and I have an agitator that you're going to hear right now. So there you go. There's the agitator. So Bryan talked me into getting one, which is basically one of these things. And what you do is you just take your paint, put it on it, and it agitates the paint so that you don't have to do this. It does it for you. But it definitely builds it. It's definitely just helpful so you don't have to shake, but you can. You don't need it. It's just, the nice little bling that we add to these things, which really helps out. And it really does work. I see the metal ball in here just swirling around, so.
If you've got, usually if you've got an agitator with the two metal balls, it helps.
So it looks good. So we'll do 3 for 1 for between Crusader Skin and Bony Matter. These were in the Crusader Skin, and both of them actually were in the Speed Paint 1.0 set, or the base one that Army Painter came out with. Let's swirl those up. Get those nice and mixed. And then, yeah, that doesn't look too bad.
We picked up for next time you visit, by the way.
You picked up which?
Game for next time you visit.
Oh, what game is that? Is it a dice rolling game? Have you not learned anything?
There's a bit of dice rolling in it, I think, but I haven't looked at it. It's City of the
Great Machine?
That's the one.
Ugh, that game is not for me. I played that. I don't know if you watched the co-op chat this morning, but that was the game that Steve and Colin loved that game. Like, we all learned it, and that game. I'm not smart enough for that game. I'm an idiot. I will freely say I'm not smart enough for that game.
Why do you think I got it? I think it'll be fun to watch you play that. No, we haven't actually got it yet. I picked up the idea from thinking that you have such wonderful teeth and such a pretty mouth.
Oh gosh, you did watch it this morning. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I am not smart enough to play that game. I'm sorry. I'm full well know my limitations.
You're moving over your little quiet love affair with Matt Rose.
Oh gosh. I do that to everybody. It's like, oh, you look good. Listen, make your move or walk away.
I was about to start messaging with no. I'm storing this stuff up. There's too much fun here for later.
I guess we're just gonna put these on, and that color that's coming out there, I plan to dry brush some more brown so it's actually coming out to the color that I want it to come out to. It's working out pretty decently, and I'm gonna go around the eyes. So
did I pick up from that earlier stream that Bent is an Alien fan?
Yes, Barrett is a huge Alien fan. He has he is one of the Alien games. It's an older title. Is his Never Leave the Collection game, but he loves Alien.
Now, I'm planning on picking up the rest of Another Glorious Day in the Crawl at Expo.
Okay. Have you had a chance to play with the? You did buy the first
It
set
was
there.
eight,
Yeah.
yeah, and quite liked it.
Okay.
Haven't played enough of it. I really liked painting the minis. Um, and I could just buy the minis, but I'm not. I'm going to buy the expansions that they actually sit in.
Okay. What
Um,
how is it's a war game, correct?
Not quite. It is more of a conventional board game than that, but
Okay.
it has a lot of war game elements.
Gotcha.
You don't have anyone playing the alien, so it's not war game in that you're playing against an AI.
Okay, so you're the Space Marines no matter what.
Yeah, you're the colonial marines. You're playing the movie Aliens, basically.
Okay.
Um, so your first mission is to find Ute.
Oh, okay, okay.
So you're literally playing through, and it would fit your playstyle perfectly. It's really easy to die. We did.
uh,
Um, but no, I really love the minis, and yeah, that's half of the reason for getting the expansions. But I like it, and I like the IP.
yeah.
But the other thing I've got sat next door is the entirety of the material for the Free League version of Alien, the role-playing game.
Oh, okay, okay. Are you looking forward to the new movie? What's it called? Romulus, I think.
I gave up on the Alien movies after Alien 3. I saw Alien 4 and
That's
went,
fair. That is a fair thing to say. They haven't really produced one and two. One I enjoyed, but I enjoy it for like it's a horror movie, and so
hmm.
I enjoyed what it was. And two was just a great action movie.
I did get a friend of mine made a really good comment yesterday saying that actually, if you look at the first four movies, they're all very different genres, and they're really, really good examples of their genre. So you've got Alien is the horror movie.
Mm,
You've got Aliens is the
action movie.
action
Yeah.
movie. Alien 3 is more of a corporate thriller than it is than the other two. And Alien 4 is just completely crazy.
Yeah.
But Alien 4 fits into the genre that it comes from really well.
Okay.
And if you look at the kind of work that the director's done, this comes from my friend who's a big movie buff, I wouldn't have a clue. It's that kind of real crazy thing that he's known for.
Okay.
So the four Alien movies, I kind of go, okay, I'm still a bit dubious about the fourth one, Alien Resurrection.
I didn't like the third one.
I wasn't a fan of the third one, but I can take his point more on the third one.
Yeah.
Um,
Like the third one to me was just kind of like a missed opportunity. They could have gone back to the it's I think what I didn't like was that everything in Alien 2 was for nothing.
mm,
And then they did Prometheus and I was done.
yeah,
Because I like the idea of these being creatures that maybe, the the Forerunners have found and it wiped them out. But no, let's put a human spin on it with an android, and it just I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But like I said, this one may have potential. I don't know. It may have potential. We'll see. We'll see how it does.
But no, the roleplay game is set in the period of the first three.
Okay.
More around the alien type period, or a bit between the two.
Yeah, yeah. Hollywood had all that and the Predator series. They dropped the ball hard on that one, but with the latest Predator movie they have out is actually good, which is called Prey, and hunting season is on the Native American population.
No, the nice thing about the Alien RPG is there's two ways to play it. By the book. The book has two completely separate options for playing it.
Okay.
One is cinematic mode. Hey, Matt. Don't worry, Derek. This is the other Matt. It's not your.
Oh God.
The two
You make one joke. Hey Matt, what's going on?
didn't make one joke. Chat made plenty of others.
Yeah. I opened the door to that.
So it cinematic. You've got cinematic mode or campaign mode. Cinematic mode is basically a collection of it's a one shot.
Okay.
Because the odds of total player kill are very, very, very high. Yeah, your players should be happy if one or two of them make it out alive.
Oh, okay. All right.
To the point that it would experience. No comment, Matt.
I'm slightly less cringy.
It would experience to the players, not the character.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
And there are backup characters usually built into it.
Because you're going to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is someone playing Burke?
It's not the actual aliens, but yes, there is a corporate type.
Yeah, where you can play and they're working for Will and Yutani.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will love this bit. So I haven't played in it. Cynthia has, and Cynthia was the corporate. She was her. She has never seen any of the films, and she managed to play a Burke-type corporate perfectly.
Oh,
right,
please tell me you recorded this somehow.
Sadly not.
Oh, man, that would have been excellent.
But when I get myself sorted out, everything in Foundry ready to go, if I have time and energy and I'm feeling exceptionally, not so nice is the right word, I could always run an online session that we stream for you, Ben, Steve.
Yeah.
One or two others. You don't want too many. I'll have a look and see how many it recommends. But
yeah, I'd be open to it for sure, especially since I don't have to DM, because that is a lot of work.
And the idea is it's a story based. So so it's far more narrative than lots of dice rolls. Unless it's a critical situation, generally you don't roll the dice. You just assume that these people are skilled in what they do and they manage to do it.
Okay. Well, that's good news for me, at least.
Well, it just means that every dice roll you make is critical.
Oh no. So that's good. So that's good news for the team, at least, not me.
So like getting 2 1s, and when you need.
I told them that is not my fault. That is a self-inflicted wound. I told them I do not need to roll these dice, and they did not believe me.
Anyone who knows you who doesn't believe that you oh God, deserves anything they get.
Yeah. Yeah, I warned them. I said I should not be rolling these dice, and Colin was like, "No, man, go ahead. You got this. There's no way that we can fail." Mistake number 1.
Never assume that there is. You could only need a 1 on a d6, and you're still wait.
Yeah, I remember originally Steve was like, "Oh, then we just need to find a game for you to roll low, and then you'll be fine. You'll be great."
So you roll high.
That's not how this works, my friend. No. Oh, my sweet summer child.
Yeah, I'm sure every fate breaks the laws of probability, man.
That's not how any of this works. So yeah.
But no, the aim is to get it all set up in Foundry.
Scientists should study.
With background music and
Ooh, that'd be fun.
all of the good stuff.
Yeah.
To make a truly immersive experience.
I think if scientists can solve why I roll poorly, they can solve the 3-body problem. But I'm curious. Yeah, I would be interested to play through that. Especially
And
since
it's
I
also
don't.
a rules light system, so it's really easy for everybody.
Yeah.
And so it's not a really long, complex rule system you've got to learn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested. Let's see.
But no, hadn't thought about that until you were talking about Ben being an Aliens fan. And I thought, oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah, he loves the genre. I don't know how he feels about the movies, but he likes the alien genre.
The Blade Runner expansion that I was saying I'm about to kickstart is
Okay.
there's a variant of the same system. And there's lots of things that use roughly the same system, just tweak it slightly.
Did you watch Black Lotus yet or no?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
It was the first time that I actually saw Blade Runner be interesting. Like, the Harrison Ford one, he got beat up a lot. The Ryan Gosling one, he got beat up a lot. And in this one, you actually saw someone take on a Blade Runner, and you see how, like, amazingly powerful they are. A replicant take on a Blade Runner, and you saw how amazingly powerful they are.
Yeah, no, I liked Black Lotus. I'm sad that they only made the one. They didn't.
Oh, they're done with it? They're not going to do anymore?
Well, they did it years ago.
There is a new show. There's a show I found that you may like. It's called Scavenger's Reign. The premise and it's they don't even tell you, you unfold on how it happened, but the intro of it, like whenever they're playing the name, showing the names and playing, is a solar storm, a ship breaking apart, and everybody jettisoning escape pods to an unknown planet. And so, Scavenger's Reign picks up what I assume is weeks, like days later after they land and the people land in various zones, and just how the ecosystem uh, is interesting to them. But I think you would like that one.
Oh, there is supposed to be a Blade Runner TV show coming.
Oh, okay.
Set a long time in the future, which could be interesting.
Yeah, that ought to be fun. But when I saw Scavenger's Reign, I was like, I need to tell Bryan about this, and it just came to mind when you mentioned that. But I think you would like that show a lot.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce that.
In Yiddish, there's a type of person called a schmazel. It's someone with particularly bad luck getting put. Just putting that out there. Yeah, I don't know how. You got to phonetic that one for me.
You're a braver man than I. I wasn't even trying on that one. That's probably enough with English on most days.
Schlemazel. Schlemazel.
Mademoiselle.
I don't have full bad luck. I mean, I'm okay with cards. It's just dice.
Chaos bag?
Do what? Well, Chaos Back is mean to everybody. It's not just me. Because remember, Cynthia pulled like 3 fails on the Chaos Bag in a row. So the Chaos Bag is just me. It's equal opportunity, hateful. Emphasize the ma. Schlamazel. Like at the beginning of Laverne and Shirley. Yeah, the Chaos Bag is... That one I can't say I have bad luck with. Everyone has bad luck with the Chaos Bag. And it's one of the reasons a lot of people quit the game.
One of the others is it's so variable depending on which case you're actually playing.
Yeah, you can't... I think that was the thing, is that if you're going to go into the game blind, you have to accept that there are times where it's going to be a rough go for you. You just got to lean into it.
Well, also, some of the cases, they're all so radically different, but some are so much better than others because of the way they're written.
Yeah. Yeah, there are definitely some that are... Carcosa is still my number one. I still like that one a lot.
I have been enjoying all of the King in Yellow memes that have been going around the internet recently.
The which one?
The King in Yellow.
I haven't seen any of them.
That King Charles had a really bad portrait done.
Oh no.
which
Oh
is
no! Has he become Aster now? Oh no!
in which it was red, not yellow, but he looks like a demon lord.
Oh my
The
gosh!
only thing that seems to have colour that isn't red is his face.
He didn't think that one through, huh? For releasing
And
it.
so you've had people that have just overwritten the red with yellow and said the king in yellow.
Oh dear. Some bad decisions were made.
And that's one of the nicer ones about it, to be honest.
How has he been as your new monarch? Has he been better than his mom or no?
Monarchs are fairly quiet things, they don't do anything.
That's true. The whole
They're
Magna
not
Carta thing kind of shut that down.
they're
So,
not like presidents where they actually have power.
well, they own land though, right?
They're incredibly wealthy, but as far as politics, etc., is concerned, the one thing that the last queen brought in was they stay out of politics and they basically do as they're told by the government. And that included when the government lied to us.
Did they say anything about that afterward? Like once it all came out, was there anything from Buckingham about
No,
just total quiet?
yeah. The queen was not going to come out and directly criticise the prime minister in public. I
Okay.
believe there were words said in private, but
Okay. Yeah, so they're basically kind of like have they been relegated to tourist attraction at this point?
pretty much.
Okay.
And technically, they have to sign every law.
Magna Carta was pre Henry VIII and pre George III, for example, so it didn't really stop the monarchy.
Well, Magna Carta got dissolved several times before it got re-put back in, and even then, the only people Magna Carta really empowered were the barons. There was a certain amount about free land for people that, there was a law of the forest, but generally, even then, that wasn't serfs, that was people that had some money.
Right, but I think that it was more. I figured it was in place because the king was kind of overreaching, and so
The
they had to
barons,
shut him down.
barons lost it because the king was overspending.
Yeah.
And that would have been King John of Robin Hood fame.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And you've got to say it, but King John brought in Magna Carta. He also dissolved it a couple of times and was forced to bring it back. Um, but, Magna Carta was generally there to stop the king abusing the nobility, not the common people.
Right. Well, I don't think any of those huge laws were really to help the common people. But yeah.
Um, so it's not everything that people try and make it out to be. Yeah, it was the foundation that a lot of things are based on.
Let's see if that was a sneeze.
No, it's cool.
There we go. Then. Yeah, the brown seems like as you're seeing me paint this and you're like, yeah, you're not really doing it. Don't worry. I'll get to the vibrant colors in a little bit. I gotta get this stuff done first, which is the bulk of the body.
Yeah, not going to go into it in detail, but of course, last week the full parliamentary general election was announced over here. So
When is it supposed to be happening, though?
4th of July.
Really?
Yep.
Is that on purpose?
And things have been building towards it happening, and I think that was just, you've got to give so long, and that was a date that turned out to be at that point.
Oh
in time.
boy. Oh boy. It's like, did they do that on purpose?
But the announcement of it was hilarious. The Prime Minister basically looking very dejected because members of his own party kept resigning or saying they weren't going to stand in the next election. And we're talking very senior members of his party, and the latest has been a member of his cabinet, which is what I think was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're the Labor Party or no?
no, this is the Conservative Party.
Okay. So the
are equivalent
okay.
of the Republicans, basically.
So the Labor Party is the one that's basically set to win if all things proceed. Gotcha.
Well, based on the very local-based council elections we had recently, the Conservative Party is likely to get utterly destroyed.
Well, I think that was the thing, though, Matt, is the reason why I said that they planned it on that day because, that's when America declared its independence. And it's just kind of like this way of saying, it's another day in the UK, but it's also that thing of, well, one of our colonies kind of gave us the middle finger. So I said they chose that day because it could be the Labour Party saying we're taking back, we're getting our independence from this Conservative
Labour Party has no say in the date. The date is purely dealt with by
gotcha.
And came as a bit of a shock because it's very rare to have a summer election. Last one was in the 1940s. It's usually November. So everyone had been expecting it to happen in the autumn.
Mm-hmm.
The Prime Minister stood out there making the announcement and trying to say that, they were the people you should still go for. Meanwhile, he was getting rained on while trying to do it, looking utterly miserable and dejected, and someone just outside of Downing Street was playing on some kind of music device at full volume that could be clearly heard, "Things Can Only Get Better." One of the campaign songs used by the Labour Party. So he sat there trying to give this announcement, trying to look good and say, well, we can do this and we're the people we should do things get better going in the background.
No, I have not fully. I have been Americanized in many ways, but this is not one of them. I am still a child of a what is considered a third world country, and my mind still thinks in that mentality. But I am Americanized to many things. AC. Completely Americanized. But no, when it comes to world events, I'm still very much a product of a third world country. It is called that here, but I don't think it was it was not a third world country to me. Let's see. Woohoo.
So yeah, that means we've got
Developing.
not over here. But I did my comment because a friend of mine's actually standing
Okay.
for Labour, but my comment was, well, shouldn't given the date, shouldn't we all be voting for the independents?
Well played. Well played.
I'd love to see lots of independents get in and us break the two-party system and have something that required a true coalition.
That's a great dream. And thus it shall remain.
Yeah, pretty much.
A great dream.
Slightly, and I mean slightly, less of a great dream over here than over there.
Mm. Mm. No comment. But you know how I feel about it. No comment though. No comment though.
I'm very strictly trying to avoid coming down in either direction besides very generalisms about the overall situation.
Yeah. No comment though.
Yeah. I just don't think any individual ideology should have that kind of control.
Agreed. Mm-mm.
And in case anyone's questioning it, that includes the ideologies I actually believe it.
That's not a lot more brown than I anticipated. And I'm almost done. Almost done with it. Yep, that looks good. And then look at the inner thigh here. We got. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Keith! Like getting beaten basketball. Keith, what's going on, man? Happy belated birthday. I didn't see it. Sorry, I just saw your message come across. We won't talk about basketball. I am not good at it. But happy belated birthday, man.
I don't know. At 8 foot, you should have the height for basketball.
You would think that, but I was a taught football player, not a taught basketball player. So I'm not. I'm good at rebounding, but I'm not good at the sport in general. I could play football. I could do that.
Whose definition of football?
I can play both. I can play American and world football.
Interesting way to phrase the latter.
Yeah, like I said, I can play D, but that's probably the best I can play. There we go. All right. I've got that done. Then we'll get the shell, and then we're gonna dry brush our life away.
You're right, Matt. Multiple parties do allow for more ideological purity, but also what it means is if more than one party has to be involved to make a decision, you end up that way with less extremism being made for the final decision.
Yeah. And can I play rugby? Australian football rules, which is AKA rugby. I've never played it, but
Oh, no. Oh,
no.
so you, with a sort of weird shaped ball, you have three types. You have the nice, safe, easy one. Well, easy is a bit strong. The nice, safe one, because you're covered in armor and padding,
Uh-huh.
American style. You have the slightly rougher variant, because you've got no padding and no long breaks for the media, world style. And then you have the one for complete and utter lunatics, Australian rules.
Street rules, huh? No, I've played. I have never played rugby, but I would. Like if I was young, I'm too old now, man. I'll break something 10 ways over. But when I was younger, you probably could have gotten me in a game. Like said, hey, let's go play. Yeah, I'd do it. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
let me think of for Australian rules, cross rugby and hockey.
Oh
Like
no.
hockey.
That sounds like a bad idea. Yeah, that just sounds like a bad idea. Oh my gosh. How much people got hurt? Let's see here. Yep, that's the color I want. Yay.
Matt, I'm guessing from your question you're familiar with Australian rules. What do you think of my examples?
That just sounds like a lot. Back in the 80s, when ESPN was starting, they had Australian rules football games just to fill up the schedule. Really wild sport.
Okay, I haven't seen much of it. I've just heard lots about it.
Yeah, that sounds expensive when it comes to in terms of hospital visit.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably wouldn't be something that got played that much in the States where you have to have insurance to cover your hospital bills because it would probably improve your insurance policy.
We got this really great sport, but no insurance company would cover it. I wonder why that is. He said, Brian, you're spot on with your description of it. Yeah, I've seen some weird stuff that HBO, not HBO, sorry, ESPN puts out once a year. They release this channel called the Ocho, and on the Ocho, there are some interesting sports like professional tag, or there was a sport where a person was. It's like a square full of about 5 people, all wearing shoes that make a lot of noise, and there's a person that's walking around with a belt that is blindfolded. And so every single time, like they're just trying to, you're in a small space, so basically they will find their way over to someone who's probably making the most noise and whip them with the belt. Those were games that are on the Ocho. It's just like the more obscure game that you could find to play.
From over here, what they need to pick up is gurning.
I don't know what that is. Unless it sounds like you're racing on hospital beds.
Hmm. Interesting concept, but no, it's competitive face pulling.
Competitive what?
Face pulling.
We have peaked as a species. That's it. There's nothing left to do.
Gurning is an old one.
I know here they have slapping. Like there's a sport for. It's actually a sport where you get to slap someone across the face. I don't know why they do it. I could not answer that question, but that's what they do. Let's see. So, what is Cynthia most excited about for UK Games Expo next weekend?
I don't know. She's got a long list of games. I think the bit I'm most excited about is Bob's coming down. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell him I said hi from Edinburgh.
and I'm going to go and say hello to Mr. Grogan for you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
And prompt him to pester you about joining one of the painting streams.
I am ready when he is ready. I am all ready. That's a busy man.
He said give him about 6 weeks' notice when he was on the stream with us.
Okay. Yeah, I could check in. I'll check in with him, and whenever he's ready, I'm there. For sure. Paul has an always open pass to join us. I'm down for slapping someone else I wouldn't care to be on the receiving end, which leaves me out.
It's like there's a meme going around on Facebook, an old gag of, oh, I've caught you. You caught these animals on my land. I think it was duck. You know, the way we deal with that round here is we sit there and each kick the other as hard as we can in a place that would really, really hurt.
Why?
And the winner, the one who's still standing at the end of it, wins.
Is there in that game? Are there any winners?
Oh no, I haven't finished. So he says, right, as the person whose land you were on, I go first. Rolls up, does it. Other guy drops, stands up, and goes, right, it's my turn. He goes, no, you can keep the duck, and walks off.
Yeah, that's I think over here they call that Rochambeau. No, 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 thank you. Nope. And there we go. We got the shell. Need to touch up here.
Yeah, it's not a new gag, Matt.
Yeah, those are one of those games that no one really wins. It's just. I think my favorite Key and Peele sketch is the football draft. That always gives me a good laugh.
Good point there, Matt.
The spectators. That's true. That, you know what? You're right. When you're right, you're right. You're absolutely right. Alright. Okay, let's get this purple painted in the recesses. I don't know if this will cut it. I think I have to go with more of a solid purple, like actual paint. Which, have I ever opened this? Nope. I'm gonna agitate it. Yeah.
You're probably, when you're using your agitator, looking at about 30 seconds to a minute, depending on the state of the paint.
Okay, since this is not unopened, then you talk while I go mute from them so they can't hear the sound.
I haven't managed to hear it yet when you've been doing it, so. Oh, I
You
can hear
have
it.
you can hear it now.
My mic must be directional enough not to pick it up.
Yeah, this thing hears everything. Aaron. Fudge. Oh gosh, the draft is the best. There we go. Then, actually, I need my bendy detail brush. Where are you? Where are you, bendy detail brush? That's a technical name for it too. Bendy detail brush. There you are. Got it. Yep.
having not seen any comments from her, I suspect that my good lady is busy sewing and not watching.
Oh, okay. She could be watching, because I know, like I said, Rob's playing Seven Continents. She could be watching that.
She doesn't want to see too much given away on that, was her comment the other day.
Because I know she finished the one I'm playing, so I don't know if she started that one yet. Probably, I guess not.
Well, there's also different decisions you can make and different paths you can go on. And
Just to let you know, the Kickstarter for the expansion content for Seven Citadels is in June. So
yeah, she can buy that one for herself. I'm not being given grief for another 4 years.
Of your deceit. It worked out well, though. Did it not work out well?
It worked out well, but the amount of pain that she dished out because she didn't think she was getting it, and I convinced her not to, and I couldn't really wanted it, and she had really bad FOMO. 4 years. So it was really fun seeing her face.
Like, how did that go down? Did you just surprise her? Or did a package come and she open it and then just start screaming?
No, she came in and there was a box on the inside with 7 Citadels.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. But I was getting worried because I think it was about the same time Mythwind shipped.
Oh, so it was just going to be like a dual game thing.
And so I was sort of sat there going, oh no, she's just going to be so happy with that. Maybe she's not going to be so bothered now. But no, she was.
How's she liking Mythwind?
She hasn't played it in a bit. I'm not sure. She hasn't played much in the last few weeks, but she had a lot of big games come to it about the same time.
Okay.
I've got all of the Mythwind minis in here because she wants me to paint them, and I keep telling her she needs to paint them.
They're very nice minis and very large minis too.
Yeah, she's worried that speed paint won't sit on them so nicely because of their size.
Oh, okay.
And the experiments that I ran suggest that she's right.
Uh-oh. So they have to be... Okay. Well, you know what you'll be doing.
Yeah, look, watching her. So, where did I put them? I've printed out 2 little test pieces to see how they did over a larger area. And I was doing airbrush versus. So.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me get you over there. Guest. There we go.
It'll be tidied up to not be too bad, but it's a bit streaky. It would be work to get that looking really smooth. Airbrush.
It looks good. I mean, yeah. It looks really good.
The airbrush took no time and no effort. So again, I know she's really attached to those models, so I don't want them to be the ones that I do all my airbrush experimentation on.
Yeah, yeah.
But I might just bite the bullet and say I will do them, but I'll do them as a combination.
I don't know why you're fighting this. You are going to do them, you know that, right? I mean, you could fight it. You could put up the good fight, but...
I've got so many other minis of both And
What?
hers are paint.
No, Janet is. She said she's doing a. There's a shop at Gen Con for how to paint faces, and she said she's going to be doing that one.
She's in for a shock if they mean actual face paint.
That's funny. That will be hilarious. I don't know if I want to. I don't want to go that pro with it. It's just table ready and be good with that. I think that's too advanced for me.
Nonsense.
Too advanced. Well, I would probably just get frustrated because if my hand, with the handshake, and even if I hold it still, it's like that specific dot. For instance, you have a zoom to 10 billion camera for face painting, so you're fairly accurate.
I'm just using the magnifying glass now.
Oh, you don't use the camera anymore?
I've got 10 times magnifying glass.
Oh, gotcha.
And I've moved all my cameras around, so I don't have the camera that I can point through the magnifying glass. It's a lot easier if you can use stereoscopic vision to see what you're doing.
Yeah, so the purple's looking pretty decent on here. This is looking good. And then I get purple at the bottom. Here.
So how many minis have you got to paint for this game?
Oh, a lot. I think there are 12 or 13 monsters total. And I know they're going to do a reprint going through Kickstarter, which means that they're going to add more content. So I think this is my boss battler of choice. I love KDM, but KDM's barrier of entry is a little bit much. But if they do a decent amount in their next content that they do, I'm probably going to call Aeon Trespass Odyssey and just sell that. Okay. All right. Time to dry brush. Where did I put the thing for this? Here it is. Over here. Oh, nope, not done yet. I thought I was. Nope, not done yet. I was supposed to paint this green. I do want to start looking into inks, though. And I know you were saying just buying, there's a regular ink is cheaper, right? It's not as expensive, and it does the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I do find that like the detail with the inks would look really good on some of these minis that I'm seeing.
The inks are basically just a wash that comes out satin.
Yeah, so I probably will be looking into picking up a bottle. If you have any recommendations for inexpensive ones, I will be more than happy to put that on my list. one thing I forgot over here. All right, so we've got kind of like that greenish. So if we go back to the look, as you can see, the green shell that's on the back with the purple. I will go back and once these dry and put the purple on those weeds as well. Yeah, I did pretty good with that, with the purples that you can see. I don't know if y'all could see it that well. See, I got purples in the recesses going around. My plan then is to, oopsies, there. My plan then is to dry brush crazy coming up here. And like Bryan was saying, it's not all over. This is targeted dry brushing. So I'll be dry brushing a purple. Probably might do purple with a mix of fairy dust on it. But I'll do dry brush that, and then on top of that, I'm going to dry brush the blue. And then while that's drying, I'm going to dry brush the tentacles, and or the barnacles, sorry. And then while that is, I'm going to get this underbelly area here that's still gray and make it like a lighter form of this color.
It's
here.
one remember, Derek, when you're using fairy dust, third star on the left and straight on till morning.
and do what?
Third star on the left and straight on till morning.
Well, Peter Pan is going to help me. Hey, Danny, I'm only just noticing your genius idea using a bubble popper thingy for your paints. This is not my idea. This is Janet. Janet Williams. This is her idea. She actually bought me this. But that was her idea, was where she put these on here, and then when they dry, whether it is speed paints or regular paints, the stuff comes right off. So yeah, it works. Janet gets all the credit for that. She is amazing. All right, so
See, I use stainless steel, and then 99% isopropyl alcohol.
that'll do
Clean.
it. That's how I was doing though. Like, whenever I'd use regular paints and I didn't have a wet palette and I had one of those, I would put the isopropyl alcohol in it. Alright, time to mix some paints. So we're dry brushing the purple, so we're going with Pearl Krill Purple. And yes, Army War Painter effect of fairy dust for that glittery feel that we all love so much. I'm going more heavy purple. I actually need to make it a little bit dark. And I think what I said I was going to do with that, to just kind of tinge it a little, because the speed paint comes with the effect of a Nullen, that I was going to do a drop of the Moody Mauve on there to just kind of give it a little bit of, darken it just a little bit more. Danny, do you paint? Because you're always welcome to join us. If you do some mini painting, yeah, you're always welcome to join us.
He just wants other people to take the pain instead of him.
No, you're nice to them. So that's not true. You're nice when other people come on. You're nice to them. You're just mean to me.
See, I'm nice to you. You like the pain, I provide it. I don't even charge.
Yeah, right? Ooh, that is too much. A drop of that. And then we'll throw in some speed paint to darken it up just a little bit. One is good. It did more than I thought it would. And then we're going to mix these lovely things up. Ooh, 2 might be good. go. And that's what we're going to be dry brushing. And I got the color I'm looking for. So I'll show you the color I'm going for, and that matches from my eyesight. Do not trust my eye vision. I am terrible with... Do not trust the colorblind guy, okay? But this here is what I'm going for. And as you can see, I feel like it matches the color well. So we're going to break out our targeted. I think I'm going to go for my mini brush. This is my tiny brush. Nico Pro, you'll see me painting with a lot of these. They're by no means the greatest ones that are out there, but they do the job for me. So I use Nico Pro, and this is going to be a Nico Pro Dry Brush 3. If you're looking for the dry brush set, there's a dry brush set out there by them. That really looks good.
And the greatest are ridiculously overpriced, so don't bother with them.
Yeah, so... do that, get them on there. So I rub. I basically start rubbing it off until it gets to about that consistency here. And then that's when I start dry brushing. And for people who are just starting dry brushing, just to let you know, you don't like go like this. You start in a direction, and then it's kind of like you're moving, lifting up, coming back, going down, lifting up. So you always stay going in a specific direction. And while it'll look like I'm going backwards and forwards, I'm not. I'm actually just touching up on the forward stroke. And I am getting all of it in this color, but when I go over it with the blue, that will be even more targeted. But as you notice, I don't want to get it on the green, so I'm using the smaller brush to do it. And these nooks and crannies areas is the reason why I'm using the small brush. Because if I use this brush, as you can see, this will just... That's the nuclear option. So I'm going to cover everything. And I don't want to do that. I just want to cover specific areas. And I don't want to cover it all because I do want some of the white that's on the primer to stay. Not too much. I'm not going that crazy with it, but just enough to just kind of give it a third color for when I do the blue. It goes on there. Nice like, right? Nice and peaceful like. Yeah, the blue will cover up the rest of that. And I need a new thingy. So just so y'all can see when I do this, just take some on, and then Just go back and forth here till we get it down to the lightness that we want. And then continue. And ta-da! That is first dry brush pass. So it wasn't too bad. And I see something I need to fix. Because I forgot that side. Hopefully I got enough brown left. I can make more if I need it. And usually when you ask kind of, how do you know the brush is good enough to say, okay, you're ready for a different color? When you're, fold this over, when you're cleaning it, and you start going back and forth, the color that you had on will be lighter and lighter. You're never going to get rid of it all. Try the best that you can. But then you'll see like it comes off, and then what I do is I do it on my hand. And if my hand doesn't get glittery or the color, I'm good. So after everyone's play of Slay the Spire board game, I went back to play the app. Wow, is that game good? Yes, Slay the Spire is amazing. I love that game. It is a lot of fun. Okay, so immediately after that, we're going to do the blue. So we're using a Pro Acryl Sky Blue. We're going back with the Fairy Dust effect on it, but this one we do want to be lighter, so it works. And then we're going to do it again after the blue with a very, very light brush of green. So shake these up. There's a little bead in here that helps shake it, but of course I have the thing that'll make it sound like this. To shake up the paint. Yeah, we'll do 3 drops of this. Three drops of that. Get some more fairy dust. Because who doesn't like fairy dust, huh?
Captain Hook.
Yeah, that's fair. I have no comeback to that. That is true. And then some water to mix it all together. And you'll get this nice little blue. This glittery, glittery, glittery blue. And this... Hey, Cynthia. Cynthia, question. I was asking Bryan but he said he wasn't sure, but what game are you most excited for Expo? So to match color, we're going with that color right there, which goes pretty well. I'm not good at Slay the Spire either, but have played it on PC many times. Exhilarating game. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Fun game. All right. Let's keep this party train going. Yeah, at Expo, Cynthia. Yeah, what game are you most excited for to see at Expo? Defo want to see how our buddy's doing with War of the Worlds. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually chatted with him on Instagram, and it sounds like it's coming along well. Um, I hope it comes to crowdfunding soon. I'm curious also if you have a chance, Cynthia, if you could find out how Terraria is coming along, because I know they premiered it there last year. So if they do it again this year, I'm just curious, like, has it made good progress?
See, I don't see how you can make a board game about hiding under the table.
Hiding.
War of the World.
Oh,
War of the World, you spend most of your time hiding under the table.
not true. You have to walk the world. No, in the original way, She Wells one, they did hide a lot. But I think they saw the world somewhat. So if you can see the blue that's on there now from the dry brush. So that is dry brush 2. Notice one was purple was cover every coral. Blue was cover some coral. And then green is highlight some cover of some coral. So but it's looking pretty good. I Matt, that is my world for anything Arkham related. I don't I would love to be good at Arkham. Any Arkham game that I play, but I've accepted I'm gonna die a lot. I just want to have fun doing it. And hence Arkham is one of my favorite series because hey, guess what? That's in kind of like the DNA of the rules that you're gonna die a lot. Cthulhu Death May Die. There are a lot of players who know how to strategize that game and win it every time. I'm not one of those people. I'm gonna die a lot, and it'll be fun. Uh, Eldritch Horror. Cynthia knows all about how I play Eldritch Horror, so and then Arkham Third Edition, which I plan to actually get back to very soon. Um, yeah, I just once again you can probably plot and plan to play that game perfectly. I don't want to do that. I just want to have fun with it, and then you know the wonderful trio that we are for Arkham Horror LCG. It takes work to master anything, and it's not fun for me to try to master a game. Let's see.
Sorry, I'm still on wonderful trio.
Yeah, I don't play Arkham Horror without Cynthia and Kate now. It's just too much fun. I'm just like you then. I just like the journey into the loss. Yeah. Danny, have you played Gloom of Kilforth? I highly recommend Gloom of Kilforth if you have not played it. And I know right now the campaign's running on GameFound, but there's Gloom of Kilforth, Shadows of Kilforth, and Call. Just start with Gloom and give it a shot. That one is it's a fun game, beautiful art, my favorite game of all time.
You'll die a lot.
So I highly, highly recommend Gloom of Kilforth.
Be careful. He's a pusher.
I am not. I inform people. I stand by it. I stand by my wording. I inform people about games, and if they buy it, you know, what's wrong with that? I've done Shadows, and that was rough. I ended up trading it away, but love the art and design of the game. I wonder if the other one's better. No, it's mostly if you tried Shadows and you didn't like it, you won't like Call or Gloom. So I'd probably say if you didn't like it, then don't worry about it. But yeah, it's my favorite game of all time. But I know it's not for everyone, and that is perfectly fine with me. As long as we're playing games and having fun. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like it's hard to lose the Kilforth games quickly. Seems like you'll always get some play. Yes, you will always get to play the game. Will you win? But you will always get to play. You won't lose quickly. Even when you die, you don't lose the game. You lose the game after all the land is covered in Killforth only. So you will get gameplay out of it for sure. Terraria is definitely at Expo, so I'll be checking it out. What they had last year was very interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be. I just have to believe it's gonna be a good game. There is another game, Cynthia, that I wanted if you could add to your list for me to take pictures of. Glass Cannon, who made Frostpunk, is now making Don't Starve. And I believe Glass Cannon is a European country, so if they're not, I think they go both to Essen and to UK Game Expo. So if they are there, just snag some pictures of Don't Starve for me, please. And I love Frostpunk, but I like games that are, you know, not always happy-go-lucky.
Hard and gonna kill you.
Yeah, I like games that you're gonna fail at, but the fun is in, figuring it out.
She can't see Don't Start on the list.
She didn't see Glass Cannon on there? Glass Cannon Unplugged? Okay.
She's looking. Some days I feel like I'm merely a messaging machine.
Wait, you're not?
Other days I don't. Other days I don't feel I'm that high up the illusion. It's the good days I merely feel I'm like a messaging machine.
That just means you're useful. Just bask in that. How's that looking? I also want to go over to Cormac Art. I don't know who that is. That one I don't know.
Narrative adventure.
Yeah, I gotcha. How's that look, Bryan? Oh, come on, focus. Focus. There we go.
That's looking good. You need a bit more color variation on the corals.
I was thinking of doing an orange, like in the corner over here by the brain coral, right? But it does. I mean, this is their color palette for the mini, but I will be kind of stepping in and making it a little bit my own.
The picture you showed me.
The what?
I was just thinking of the picture you showed me. There was a bit more color variation on it.
Was there? Here it is right here. Here it is right here. Doesn't look like it to me.
That might be brighter and darker because yours is all pretty much the same. So the tones might be different. Yeah. So what you want to do is just mix a bit of white in with some of those colors you use and just lift the very extreme ends.
Oh, like right at the tip? Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I could do that. See how he pushes me to be better. He's a good teacher. Danny, you can join us.
They're going to be in the States, in Phoenix, not in the UK.
Okay. All right. That means there'll be a Gen Con. All right, add some white, you say. So we do a drop there, and there. Yeah. See, and I know what he's saying when he's like just right at the tip, just a very tight setup for that. And Yeah, I can do that. Let's start with the purples. I probably need to go a little bit lighter than that. There we go. That's the color I'm looking for. Under here. We'll do the blue. And then add finally add the green. Just very lightly. Then I have to dry brush white over this to make it not as flat. And finally do just a brief highlight of purple up and down the seaweed stem, because that's what that's supposed to be. And I think we're close. So we do. Oh, wait, you said I don't want to go full white. The barnacles. Oh, I still got to do the barnacles. Let me do the barnacles, and while they dry, I'll do the shell. Or the other way around. I could do the shell first and then the barnacles. So I'm going to pop this out. It makes it less, more of a nicer color that gives off a little bit more peel there. And then I could do the barnacles. So I wanted the body to really pop a little, and so what I'm going to do, and I had the color right in my hand. Here we go. This olive flesh, I'll be dry brushing on the body itself to get the barnacles to try to pop a little bit more. But we're close. We're close. We're super close to this. After that, just the underbelly. I'm going to leave the land the color that it is and just paint around it so it could be that rocky gray. I wish I knew how to do ocean effects, but I don't. I think there's a whole class on that I have not I have not subscribed to yet for ocean effects. Alright, shuffle this up. How's your stuff looking? Let me switch over there to you.
So most of what I've been doing is that color and just layers building up the dark, which doesn't show that well under the camera because you've got the light.
It's really popping to me. Like the coat looks amazing.
So now I just need to put the coat on the white part. Then he's going to go onto the horse because I'll have already covered any of the bits that I'm going to struggle to reach or make look reasonable. Once he's in place.
There's another cluster, and I just scan around this for clusters of barnacle, and I'll add to it. I need to look at the picture. Where else did he have barnacle? He had barnacles on his head. You're streaking. I don't like that. Why are you streaking? Maybe I didn't shake the bottle up enough. Let me go back and shake this bottle up a little bit. We'll switch over to Bryan because I'm going to be doing the agitator thingy, which will probably get super loud.
I'm just doing edge highlighting. Edging across there. Lift some of those parts to green highlight areas.
Okay, I think this should be better. Yeah, that's a lot better. It's like, why are you running? And that is a lot better. You just try to get the barnacled areas around the body. And if you can see now, see the barnacles here, I highlighted here, and up on the claw. Oh, Bryan, you're being asked the question. And I'll zoom back over to you while I do this so you can answer it. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Bryan.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Headless Horse. It's not board game related. It's just a random miniature I found online that was going free one Halloween. I like the look of them printed. I'm gradually working through my shelf of shame, as it were.
Opportunity. Shelf of opportunity.
And I'm just doing extreme highlights right now.
Yeah, so what does everybody think? I still have to do the underbelly, but I've got the coral highlights, as you can see, the algae, some of the coral here. And then these ones I really did well with the coral, with the barnacle effect. That's here. And finally at the end, what I'm going to do is down here by this brain piece here, I'm just going to add an accent of a dry brush of orange. Just right there, nowhere else. And then do the stomach, and Bob's your uncle.
No, David was my uncle. Bob's just a mad Scotsman.
Alright, so we need to do the orange, and I said I was going to grab some orange. this one, we'll just do a little orange right there. We don't need to spend a lot. I want it very light, so I'm going until there's almost nothing on here. And then just back here, we'll just do it's way lighter than I expected. But it's going on there. Do some orange. Let's put a little bit back on there. There we go. There we go. Just some orange right there. And right there. And that's it. That's the tiny accent of orange we'll add. Underbelly. And yeah, so I need a lighter color for the underbelly. I am going to use the Crusader skin like before, but this time instead of using bony matter, I'm going to use peachy flesh. So these two are going to come together to make the soft underbits. So 3 to 2. A little bit of water, mix it up. And that will be my color for the underbits. Okay, so when this dries, this should come out a lot lighter than the shell. This is one of those ones where, like, when Bryan was talking about it getting to areas that are difficult, I do wish there was a way to without me breaking this mini, lift it off so I can make the bottom easier to reach.
It's where you can tell if a mini is really designed for painting or designed by someone who understands painting. Is does it come in parts?
Yeah. Yeah, when you painted Tiamat, did she come apart like and you put her together?
No.
Ugh. So those crevices must have been awful.
Yeah. And she's not done anywhere near as well as I'd like because I couldn't get into a lot of areas on those crevices.
Yeah.
Okay, the normal human eye isn't going to see down there as well, so it's not.
But you'll know. You'll know. There we go. And boom. Got the underside painted. Cool. Opportunity knocks. Shame just walks in. Then we will couple things. First, red. Why are you using red? You don't need to use red on this mini. Red is for the positioning arrow. And then we'll go over it with black to fix any whoopsies that we found. I have to lean back to get this one. There we go. And then the red on this side. Which I think I can get via this. Bada boom. Bada bing. Then cover the rest of the base in black. And woohoo! So we'll do this. Yep. You know, when you don't hear talking, that's when people are focusing.
Yep.
Everybody's quiet because they're thinking.
Have focus.
This is just the final touch-up. Make sure I cover up all these unsightly spaces here. It came from dry brushing and slop chop and all the other fun things that happen. Here we go. Barrett said that if we were to do these later on in the evening, and remember he is 6 hours ahead of you because I think I'm 5 hours ahead of you. So I mean behind you, sorry, and he's 6 hours behind you. But he is like he would join, but it would have to be like in the evening, which I think you would probably be in bed by that time.
Yeah. Yeah, evening for him is the middle of the night for me.
Yeah. But he did express interest in joining. He's just like around this time he's got chores and family stuff to do.
Like, just look at the kids in the cage. No one's gonna complain.
And the people who would complain shouldn't be at your house anyway. There we go. Alright, then just get the edges. And biscuits, I forgot to highlight the barnacle. Well, I have to do that too.
But sadly, they get annoyed if you try and train children the way you can dogs.
It's frowned upon. It's generally frowned upon.
Personally, I think you should be allowed to train social workers, but
There we go. Alright, let me do this real quick and then that will be done. That's the thing, I want to lean it, but I did the edges before I finished this, so I gotta just play it where it lays. If I mess up, that's okay. And one more thing here. Yep. Oh, darn it. Darn it! Let's see. This one had to have a whole bunch on it. Awesome. And you think you're done. You're wrong. Now I'm done. Okay. All right. There we go. So here is. Cover this because this white's probably what's. There we go. All right. Now you have to focus on this. Here it is. So I did a little bit of orange, just a touch. But this is it with the highlighted coral. See at the bottom, as you can see the red just indicating where it front faces. And I'm not done. I was done. I'm not done. You know what's the one thing I forgot to do?
I'm just going to make the comment, you're complaining about not being done. You've done an entire mini. I haven't finished a jacket yet.
Oh, I was like, all right, I'm done. And then as soon as I turned to the side, I was like, I didn't do your eyes. Nope, didn't do them. Nope, nope, you have no eyes. You're blind. All right, we need to do the eyes.
You're just being inclusive.
Is that what I'm doing? All right. I just need to find them, then I could paint them. Yeah, there we go. Oh god, that is awful. Gosh. That is awful. Try this and see if I can take that paint up before it dries.
What did you do?
I splotched accidentally. I'm trying to pick it all up right now. Here we go, fixed it. Oh, that was scary. So if you put the paint down, for people who, if you put paint down and it smears or something, you can immediately grab another brush and put the brush on it, and it'll soak that paint right back up. But you have to do it very quickly before the paint dries.
And you can use water on your brush to make sure that you're diluting what's left so that it isn't visible.
Yeah.
One of the most important things to learn in painting is how to fix your mistakes. Because you're going to make them.
Yep. There we go. Fixed it. Okay, now I'm done. This is why I hate doing eyes. I'm not good at it. I don't like it.
It takes practice. If you don't practice, you'll never get good at it.
I don't want to get good at it. Stupid. Whatever. Yep. So I got the eyes now. So it's ready. Yep. But this is it. Fini. Fin, as the French say. Anything else I messed up? I just need to touch up. Nope, that's it. Alright, that's what I have. We're going to go to Bryan, and then we're going to call it.
So that's what I have.
It looks good. Look at those highlights. It looks good. I like the coat. Either the coat, the sleeves.
Yeah, I need to finish off the pants, deal with the sword, put the metal on the belt buckles. And then he's probably about ready to go on the horse.
Okay, and then that's where you have to do the lighting and all that, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Put this over here. And we'll switch back up to main. 2, 2, 2, 2. Soon.
It for some reason scrolled off the selection box. I was kind of going, I can't reach it.
Yeah, it looks amazing what you're working on. It looks incredible. But yeah, we finished painting Korra 1, which we probably won't be fighting. I probably won't be fighting him until Pac-Man gets back. He had to step away. It might be a month before he gets back. It might be a little longer. But we will take on Korra 1. We do plan to continue playing. And worst case scenario, I could just start a side campaign of me playing by myself, which I don't want to, because if this game was true solo, then I would. But we are going to continue playing, but I'll still keep painting Primal. I'm still enjoying it. We've unlocked some other missions, so I'll paint those ones as well in the meantime. And that's what I have. So, Bryan, what do you have going on over there at the Cave of Creation? And the Cave of Adventure?
I'm just actually starting to think about that and work out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to go back in. So there are 2 YouTube channels, both have been dark for a while. There's the creation side, which is all world building, painting, and then there's the adventure side, which is adventures, things like that. So there's the idea I put forward earlier for adventure, which would be potentially doing some role play, and then there's the other one, which is I'm thinking of doing some storytelling with sound effects, with graphics in the background, and writing the stories, and then use some short stories, and then using that as a way to tell them. So
cool. No, I look forward to it. I definitely look forward to it.
Well, it's going to take long enough for me to write the story, work out how I want to present it, how I want it all to work, and then put it together. So that's not a short-term project.
All right.
But yeah, that's the kind of way I'm starting to go at the moment.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited to see how it all pans out. I'm interested.
There should be more Dungeon Alchemist stuff coming towards the end of the month.
Okay.
Because the next update, which is very overdue, but they had to completely update the engine to manage to make it work. So that put a couple of months on for them, bless them. So there'll probably be some stuff working with that as well when that hits.
Okay. All right, cool. Very cool. For me, tomorrow is going to be Kate and Cynthia and myself playing Arkham Horror. We're going the final day, and then we're going to take a break for a week, and then come back and do the finale of that one, and then move into Forgotten Age, where I will be the lead investigator, unless I could talk Cynthia into staying the lead investigator.
In the background.
So I can't talk her into being the lead investigator, huh? No, that's a
no.
Tuesday I will be playing Hadrian's Wall with Danny from Danny Cha over at her YouTube channel. Check it out. She's an amazing content creator. So we will be playing Hadrian's Wall together, and with anybody else who wants to play. The Sunday since no one will be, it will be the last Sunday of the month. This Sunday, the Sunday coming up, which y'all won't be here because you'll be at UK Games Expo, I will be playing Cartographers to close out the month of Print and Play and Roll and Write. So everybody plays Cartographers, and I will tell you throughout the week how to pick up what you want to. In the meantime, I will be playing a lot of like doing some VOD work. You saw me playing Street Fighter and some other games that are coming up. But Arkham Horror 3rd Edition is next on my agenda to do a VOD. That way I can like pause and think, that good stuff.
I'm going to aim, because I'm off work this week, so I'm probably going to aim to finish this guy during the week. So I'll have him available to show your next stream, because I'm buying probably all of the expansions for Alien: Another Glorious Day in the core. I'm going to have lots of alien stuff to be painting.
That's
So
going to be incredible.
Fine.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. All right, everybody, we're going to get up out of here. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everyone that came in to hang out or just watch and, just came to watch us paint. Thank you to my patrons, subscribers, and everyone else as well. You always have a place at the table. Until then, we love you. There's absolutely nothing you could do about it. Bye, everybody.
Bye.